Whether you're a new game master or getting back into it, this is our favorite strategy for remembering the rules.
I'm Fork.
I'm Ghost.
And this is Dice Canon.
Roll the intro!
As game masters, one of the core things that we need to know for Dungeons & Dragons are the rules.
Without the rules, a role-playing game can become a misguided improv exercise. This strategy will give you a firm handle on the mechanics that it takes to make role-playing immersive and fun.
I call this my Session 0, a test scenario for you to run through the rules.
This doesn't have to be as elaborate or involved as running an actual adventure.
And you can do this exercise alone or with another friend. You can use them as your guinea pig.
Step 1. Go online, download and print the Bard and Rogue pre-generated character sheets. The link is in the description below.
Step 2. Grab a pen and paper, draw a house and a road leading to it from the overhead view. Draw windows and a door, and have your dice on hand.
Step 3. Grab 4 miniatures. If you don't have minis, use coins or bottle caps or something similar. 2 of these will be your non-player characters. We'll be using goblins from the Monster Manual, page 166. The other 2 will represent the player characters that you downloaded and printed out.
Step 4. Grab your player's handbook and turn to page 173. Keep the Monster Manual open on page 166.
Now you're ready for your first exercise, the Goblin Ambush.
The goblins are hiding inside the house, and they are on alert. If they hear or see anyone, they will attack.
Now let's start the encounter by testing out the player's skills. For example, the players are trying to sneak up to the goblins using the stealth skill. This would mean that the goblins will get a perception roll, as stated on page 178 of the PHB.
Goblins aren't proficient with perception, so we'll be using their wisdom modifier, which is a -1. Now roll for both of the player characters' stealth and both of the goblins' perception, taking note of their scores. Did the player characters fail or succeed at sneaking up to the goblins? Play out the scenario and see what happens.
Go through each heading of the Playing the Game section in the player's handbook and try the different ways to approach the goblin problem. Can they be intimidated? What happens if they try to sweet-talk the goblins with persuasion, and so on? Once you're familiar with all these different skill checks and various ways that the goblins can respond themselves, move on to the combat rules on page 189 of the PHB and go through combat step by step.
Keep trying new things until you feel comfortable with all of the basic rules. Bookmark or note anything that you have trouble with and Google the answers for them. Will you still get some things wrong sometimes? Yes, it happens to all of us, and there are things that your players will do that you weren't prepared for. Time and experience will help with that. The more you GM, the more you learn. But at least now, you'll have a better understanding of how the basics work.
2 more pieces of advice. You can also use this strategy for when you are preparing your specific dungeons and adventures. Play them through and try various options to see how you would respond and the players might act. You can also practice this strategy when you're listening to a D&T podcast or a stream. Follow along with what rules or skills that they are using, and pause when you need to look up things in the PHB.
If you enjoyed this Dice Canon strategy video, write down in the comments and let us know. Also, if you have any tips of your own, please share them.
If you'd like to see more from us, please check out our Patreon. Also, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications.
This has been Fork.
And Ghost. And you can't unsee this.